Hello, everyone. My name is Tarek, and welcome to Paloma's Wednesday AMA. Today is Wednesday, September 21st, and we are rocking and rolling from the beautiful, sunny, and wonderful Bay Area here in California. And I am being joined here by my fellow pigeon, Vera. Coo, coo. Hi.
Cool.
Coo. And where's Mattia? Where's Mattia, dude? I mean, where's that pigeon? Somebody get Mattia over here. We want to make sure the fans have been satiated. So we'll see if we can have him jump in and storm us for a second. But today's AMA is special. So first of all, we want to thank everybody who's here. We want to thank the 40,000 Twitter followers. Is that 40,000 now? Jesus, that's insane. 40,000 Twitter followers. We want to thank the 20,000 Telegram users. Sorry, the Telegram community of 1,500. We want to thank, of course, those who've joined our Discord because, it was asked of us, Discord. And we have given Discord to the people, but the pigeons, but they love the Telegram because we do too. So thank you for those who've joined the Discord and the community there. Everybody who's been asking questions. Thank you as well also to the community members who have DM'd me directly to contribute to this product, help out, just come aboard. And of course, thank you to the Volume team for making this happen. Why are we saying thank you? Well, today is a big day. Yesterday, we hit a massive milestone. And the title of today's AMA is Eggminting on Paloma. And we wanted to say that we hit a massive milestone with Eggminting. And Veer is here, and we're going to talk about what the hell happened. And how it happened and how how people take advantage of this. So if you are reading the transcript or listening to the video, please be sure to check out the links that should be included in the transcript or the video talking about the actual experience of minting eggs and why it's important. Let's talk about it. So yesterday, what happened was that for the first time. So first of all, if you're on this call, you may have been with us in June. So in June, we were quietly working on the Paloma project, and then some folks found our GitHub, and then all hell broke loose. And we were stormed by a lot of validators being like, "Cool, what's happening?" So what we were doing was essentially, first of all, creating messages on the Cosmos for Paloma, and then we were first sending them off to Terra. And then Terra went away, and then we said, okay, we'll send messages over to Ethereum. It's taken us 3 months since the last week of June, July, August, September, 4 months, right, about 3 or 4 months to finally essentially create a successful transaction in the Cosmos that's essentially gets routed over to Ethereum and then executes a transaction on Ethereum mainnet. That successful attempt was we minted an egg. So we laid an egg from the Cosmos to Ethereum, and that's huge. Like again, for us, it's a big deal because I think it's weird to say this, but it's really special when you see an egg being laid. Right? You look at that thing and you're like, wow, that came out of. Anyway, the point is that we were able to successfully send a command in Cosmos to execute smart contracts on Ethereum mainnet, not testnet, mainnet. And the egg minting was meant as a way for us to make something useful because NFTs are a big part of the crypto ecosystem. Now, the big secret that people don't get is that if we were able to do it, that means anybody can, right? So anybody can essentially now send messages from Paloma onto Ethereum mainnet and essentially create contracts that are using Paloma pigeons as the message relayers, right? So let me just slow that down. What's happening is that the Paloma pigeons are acting as relayers for these messages. And because they're doing so, and currently, of course, they're not getting paid enough money for it, but we want to change that. But because they're doing so, it means that if smart contract developers now scale smart contract execution across any EVM chain, right? So Ethereum was our first, but now you can do any EVM chain and then scale smart contract execution. But what we're going to do in this presentation is talk a little bit about what happened and the steps that we went through. And Vera, who essentially walked over hot coals and broken glass to make it happen, is going to walk through her experience of how she minted an egg. And we're going to talk through a little bit of the steps. Now, this AMA is really dedicated to developers who will come across this content. We're going to share this content and say, hey, the Pigeon network of Paloma is going to be a network that gives you a new type of power. And that superpower is to be able to say, hey, I want to deploy and run hundreds of contracts. No, I want to deploy and run thousands of contracts. I want to control all of them with one command. Hell, I want to control tens of thousands of contracts with one command. Who can I do that with? And we want that to be Paloma. So, and of course, if you're a validator on this network, you should be thinking, that means we get fees. And I'm like, yes, we want the validators to get fees for being the message relayers. But before we talk about that, let's turn to Vera. Vera, good morning. Cool. How are you doing?
Cool. Well, I'm great. I minted an egg. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I had failed attempts, but now I have it. I'm happy.
Okay, and you.
How it is. You have to see for yourself. If you want to see the egg, you have to mint it yourself.
Okay. So what we want to know is, why don't you walk us through, and I know you've put this together in the docs, on the GitHub docs, so everybody should know that Vera is master of the Paloma docs. So if you go to docs.palomachain.com, I repeat, docs.palomachain.com, and you do quick start, we are going to walk through this egg minting, because essentially that entire quick start exercise of minting an egg is the exercise you went through. Am I right?
That is correct.
Okay.
And the docs are also linked up from our landing page. So if you go to palomachain.com, you'll find the links out to the docs from there as well. So
okay.
You really can miss them.
Got it. All right. So I'm an eager pigeon. Cool. How do I lay an egg on Ethereum, Vera? How does this work?
Well, it's basically running a few bash scripts on the node, basically where your Paloma D is running. So I think most people in here might already have their Paloma D running. If not, there's also some instructions on how to get that set up in the docs.
Right. But I don't have to be a validator, right? I don't have to be a validator.
Validator.
Okay.
You don't have to be a validator. You just need the software running. So you just need to be connected to the blockchain.
Okay. So, I download your Paloma goddamn software. Jesus, stressing me already. I download your shitty software, Paloma, and then do I have to run Pigeon too? I heard I have to run Pigeon. Is that important?
You do have to run Pigeon,
fine.
But you don't have to have any ETH.
Okay.
So it's just running the software.
Got it. Somebody else is paying for my transactions. I love it already. All right. So I download Paloma, download Pigeon, then what happens next? I go get a beer?
Not so fast. First, you're going to set some variables. So you want to just declare your Paloma address, your wallet address. Then second, the chain ID, so you don't have to worry about that later on. Currently, it's net 10. And then the ETH address. So you do want to have an Ethereum wallet, because that's where the egg is going to go.
Oh, yeah. Give me my egg, people. Send me my huevo. Okay. All right. So I've gotten my software installed. I've set up my variables. Eggmint.
So then first thing after that, you've declared your variables, and obviously we also have the exact commands for that in the docs, so that there's no confusion on what I mean by that. Right. And then the second thing is you're going to run the first script, which is essentially to instantiate the contract. There's a CosmWasm contract that is already deployed on the Paloma chain that you can use.
Oh, whoa. So you mean I don't have to deploy a contract in CosmWasm?
No, you don't.
I don't need to know your shitty CosmWasm code?
Basically, I was the pioneer pigeon. I laid the path.
Wait, hold on. Was that intentional? You laid the path? I like it. Okay, so I don't have to learn CosmWasm to use this example. Thank God. I hate that. That language is killer. I don't have to learn CosmWasm. The contract's already on the Paloma network. What's next?
No, you don't have to run CosmWasm. The only thing is that I'd ask you to know how to run a bash script, but you don't even have to write the script.
So I can be a lazy pigeon. I don't even have to think. Okay, yes. Nice. Tell me more.
So yeah, you copy essentially the script from the documentation, you copy it over, put it onto your node, or your machine, so that it's accessible from there, and then you do bash. I called my first script egg instantiate, but you can call it whatever you want, and you run the script with bash. And then you will see an output of your Paloma D output. And in there is the contract address of the contract that you just instantiated. Because basically we uploaded the code to Paloma, but when you instantiate it, you basically get your own version
Yeah.
your own Paloma address of that contract.
Nice. Okay, so this is cool. So I get now a Paloma address for my contract. The contract's already running. Now I get the free egg, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
We want to keep it interesting. We want to keep it interesting. It's not easy to produce an egg. It is
Yeah.
hard, but
I hear you. That's right. Be patient, Tarek. All right. Okay, great. Tell me more. I'm intrigued.
All right, so you note down the contract address of that contract. And again, there is a screenshot of what you're looking for in that output. So you don't have to go searching.
Right.
And you just want to declare that variable because we're going to be interacting with that contract, obviously, because that's the contract that does most of the magic
Got
when
it.
it comes to laying the egg.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have that contract, the variable declared of the contract. And then there's a second script, which I called lay egg. But again, be
I,
creative.
I love these names. I love these names. But this script again is to make it easy. I don't got to learn how to do it. I just go. I
Yeah, you
copy
just
pasta.
copy it
Yep.
over, create a file on your computer with that
Yep.
script.
Yep.
And then again, you do bash and then your script name to run the script.
Okay. Awesome. So I got two scripts. I'm running on Bash, and I've created a contract. Great. Now I get an egg. Yes.
Well, the egg has now been laid, but it has not yet been minted.
Ah, okay.
Very
So you mint the egg on the Cosmos side. Wait, you lay the egg on the Cosmos side,
Right, and
and then you mint it on the Ethereum side.
yes.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So did a daddy pigeon and a mommy pigeon have to meet at all before this happened?
You know what? I think I'm this was not like like a R-rated AMA. This is a family friendly.
Yeah, this is a family friendly AMA. Okay. God damn it. It's
So
like mommy
before
pigeons
we
and
jump,
daddy pigeons.
Tariq, Vera, before we jump to the serious conversation about, daddy and mommy
Oh
pigeon,
my God. Oh my
I
God.
need
Who
to.
is this?
This is,
Wait,
no,
Matya, you're here.
We gotta tell us about how it
and do you know why?
Matya, why did you come here? You have work to do. What are you doing?
There is an more important thing for me to do, and that's, say hi to Daria. Hi.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. My God. Wow. That is just Matya, you interrupted the most important part of our important information to do a shout out to Daria. I have no words. I have no words. Oh my goodness. All right, get out of here, Matthew. We got work to do.
See you
All
guys.
right, goodbye. So yeah, okay, Vera, we are this is just unacceptable. But Daria, yes, we love you. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so where were we?
Yeah, so we just laid the egg on the Cosmos on Paloma. There's one last step, which is minting. But before that, we need to determine the payload. So for folks, comfortable with or who know Ethereum, you might already know the concept of payload, but essentially it's the information of which function and what parameters for that function we want to call on the Viper contract that we're going to get into next that also has been already deployed. So you also do not need to learn Viper or Solidity. You can still mint the egg on Ethereum without knowing either of these.
Nice, very nice. I like to be a lazy pigeon. Let's keep it rocking. So there's already a Viper contract deployed for minting the eggs. And all right, cool. So what next? Payload. I have payload. Yep.
Yes. So basically, we're going to call the mint function on the Viper contract, and we need to define the payload for the last script that is available. We need to define that payload in base 64.
Okay.
So there are kind of like two steps. Fortunately, there are a lot of great online resources that make it really easy to get the payload. I'm not going to get into all the details of, why we need the payload in these formats, but just know that there is an online tool that you can use where you just enter 4 arguments, essentially, the mint function, and then your Ethereum address as well as your Paloma address. And then you're going to get the payload as in hex format.
Okay, I just fell asleep. I'm a lazy pigeon. I already snoozed. Okay, then it got boring there for a second. All right, so payload information requires that I do some crap But you have all that stuff in the documents, right?
It's in
So,
the box, yes.
okay, so I don't have to think. All right.
So
Whew. All right, let's get the egg. Wait, egg.
basically enter it in, and then you convert the hex into base64, which you can also do through a tool or through Python. Again,
Yep.
examples are in the docs if you're curious to learn more. And then you just need to put the payload basically into a little JSON file. Again, sample code is in the docs. And then you run the last and final script, which is the mint script. Again, you just copy pasta it over,
Yep.
and then you will see a transaction on Ethereum.
Whoa, sweet.
Which basically means that you will
An egg.
minted an egg
Yes.
only using Paloma D commands through the bash scripts that we made.
Wow. Got it.
And you just control the contract on Ethereum.
Wait, okay, whoa. Hold on a second. Okay, fine. What about the egg? What does it look like? How do I know what the egg looks like?
Well, it looks great.
Wait, but there's an image, right? The NFT has, it's pointing to an image somewhere, right?
It is pointing to an image.
Ooh, okay.
We'll give it away, you know.
Oh, right. Oh, fuck. Okay, right. Sorry, I'm cursing on the AMA. Right. So we can't. Yes, we're not going to give it. Don't give away anything, Vera. Nothing for free. Okay. So good. So there is something at the end of the egg rainbow, which is the egg. So I guess in order to see what that is, I have to go follow these instructions and go mint the egg, huh?
I think you do. Yeah.
Wow. All right. So if you're listening, then this what we have just uncovered is a treasure hunt, right? So welcome to Paloma egg hunting. So egg minting is now egg hunting. If you have the time and you want to go through the docs and you want to go through the egg minting process, maybe you might find a surprise on the other side of that NFT. But since I can't tell you, or we can't tell you what it is, because most likely we don't know, you're just gonna have to try, right? So this is docs.palomachain.com, and I guess we'll see if people start minting eggs.
Well, I'm excited.
I'm freaking dude. I'm like my feathers. Oh my god! If you see my feathers, I'm just flapping. Cool. Yeah, this is. I didn't even know this was going to happen. Wow, this is pretty cool. So I guess we invite our community of. You don't have to be a developer. You can be a validator. You can be anybody to come along and come hunt with us for eggs. And see what these NFTs uncover. We're super excited, and I'm sure they should be interesting, and I'm sure the egg narrative will be continually something we build on, so that who knows, maybe eggs might hatch things, and maybe things might come out. All right, so Vera, did we miss anything else, or is that it?
I think that's it.
All right, awesome. Okay, so I guess we're going to check in. Any questions from folks listening in? Any hands raised? Any questions? I know, of course, we got one question answered. Where's Mattia? That question was answered. All right, no questions. Okay, so we just want to say thank you to the validators in the testnet and the test nest for keeping your servers on and for doing this. This has been awesome. Of course, no validator ETH funds were spent in the making of this process. All validator ETH was refunded, and refunds happen every day. So they will continue. And of course, as more eggs get minted, more refunds will keep up. So we'll see who actually, goes on to discover what eggs lay on the other side of the mint function. Very excited to grow on this. And of course, there's more coming. So look out for us next week's AMA. And with that, I say thank you all and happy egg hunting. Vera, anything else we want to share before we send off?
Cool.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you guys. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you next week. Bye.